I'm going to be doing poetry, and this is a piece entitled Clocks as Picture Frames. Would y'all believe me if I said that I was in love? Because see, at the time, I really didn't know how else to explain it. We just clicked instantly, hit the ground running, escaping into hours of conversation. We just shared everything. It was ridiculous. We had conversations that flowed from one to another, and the seamless end of us sharing our inner thoughts with the love we had just met. Days became nights, sleep was unnecessary, and time was something that barely existed, yet seemed to move at a rate that was entirely too fast. And when we escaped too far into each other, clocks were the only anchors we had, because see, then clocks merely served as picture frames holding the memory of the life that we had outside of us. And see, there was the problem, because there was a life outside of us and what we were building, but it didn't matter, because soon my mind became infected with thoughts of white gowns and black tuxedos and how my first and your last sounded together, building something that would make them jealous. Repeated thoughts of Mr. and Mrs. growing old in a house that we would fill with so much love and passion and sex and love and sex and passion and sex. And did I mention sex? Because see, I need you to understand that once we cross that threshold as one, I plan to consummate our love by expressing my passion on damn near every surface of our house. Floors, counters, tables, beds, sofas, it really didn't matter. I even went as far as to think of you fathering my children and me getting excited over a missed period and nervously fumbling with my hands as I told you that I might be pregnant. And you laying with me at night, singing quietly to my stomach, you realize the beauty we created with all of our love and passion and sex. And I thought of me waking each morning, looking in the mirror and relishing in the fact that I was indeed carrying your child. We figured we would probably have 3 in total. We would have 2 badass boys that looked just like you but had a hint of me somewhere. And one would have a middle name that was the same as your first, because we weren't too keen on the idea of having a junior. And they would be wild and active and rambunctious, but they would be kept in mind by their big sister, who looked just like me, but she had your eyes, and God, I love your eyes, and she could dance and she could sing, but she couldn't get to sleep unless you had tucked her in each and every night. And see, though we felt like we had been blessed with something that was beautiful and rare, it couldn't last. Because for every ounce of healing, there was 2 ounces of pain, and we couldn't taste the cup of toxin needed for this concoction because it was hidden by the pinch of beauty and potential, and you know what? That's a lie. We knew damn well what we were doing, we just didn't care. The highs we provided each other kept us away from the lows of reality. We enjoyed every damn minute. Drinking each other into the last drop, becoming heavenly intoxicated in fear of time running out, we ignored all of the consequences. And before we knew it, those prior obligations and previous commitments we once had, they became broken promises. And we were forgetting them and we were building us. And realizing the damage of our construction, we knew space was needed. But see, I needed that thought to be aborted because by then you had become necessary. But it didn't matter, because before I knew it, you were gone. You ripped yourself out of my arms and went to go handle those prior obligations and previous commitments. You sent me flying, or should I say falling, at a rate of 9.8 meters per second back into reality. And baby, I want you to know that I hit the ground so hard. See, I just want y'all to know that I am fully aware that this wasn't love. It was an addiction. And so here I am, searching for something that will take me higher. Because I am tired of breathing in this ordinary, average, mundane lifestyle. I am tired of reality, and I don't want to copy Adele, but I will find someone like you. And I don't really care if they are off-brand knockoffs that are sold on the streets of Chinatown, because see, I'm stuck in reality, and this is a place I haven't been in any considerable amount of time. Time is such a funny concept, because you know what? Now clocks serve as picture frames of the last time that I got a breath of fresh air. Thank you.